What is cloud computing? Cloud computing is a type of internet-based computing that provides shared computer processing resources and data to computers and other devices on demand. Cloud computing providers maintain a serial basic infrastructure and provide different services such as databases, storage, data analysis, and so on. And through the internet, customers can get these services anytime and anywhere. In the early 1960s, the computer scientist John McCarthy came up with the concept of time sharing and enabling organizations to simultaneously use expensive mainframes. This computing is described as a significant contribution to the development of the internet and a pioneer of cloud computing. In 1969, the idea of the Intergalactic Computer Network, or Galactic Network, a computer network concept similar to today's internet, was introduced by J.C.R. Licklider, who was responsible for enabling the development of APRNet, or the Advanced Research Projects Agency Network. His vision was for everyone on the globe to be interconnected and being able to access programs and data at any site from anywhere. Welcome to the 70s. With using virtualization software like VMware, it has become possible to run more than one operating system simultaneously in an isolated environment. It was possible to run a completely different computer inside a different operating system. In 1997, we made it official. The first known definition of the term cloud computing seems to be by Professor Ramath Chapala in Dallas. In 1997, he's quoted as saying, "A computer paradigm where the boundaries of computing will be determined by the economic rationale, rather than technical limits alone," was the first actual definition of cloud computing. In 1999, we saw the arrival of Salesforce, which pioneered the concept of delivering enterprise applications via a simple website. This service paved the way for both specialist and mainstream software firms to deliver applications over the internet. Jumping to the 21st century, in 2003 we saw the first public release of Xen, which creates a virtual machine monitor, or VMM. Also known as a hypervisor, a software system that allows the execution of multiple virtual guest operating systems simultaneously on a single machine. Let's jump 3 years into the future. In 2006, Amazon expanded its cloud services, first of which was the Elastic Compute Cloud, or EC2, which allowed people to access computers and run their own applications all from the cloud. Then they bought out Simple Storage Services. They introduced the pay-as-you-go model to both users and the industry as a whole, and basically it's become the standard practice now. In 2013, the worldwide public cloud services market totaled 78 billion euros, up 18.5 cents on 2012. And according to the IaaS, or the Infrastructure as a Service, in 2014, according to Constellation Research, global business spending for infrastructure and services related to the cloud estimated to be 103.8 billion euros, up 20% from the amount spent in 2013. The most basic cloud service model is that of providers offering computing infrastructure, virtual machines, and other resources as a service to subscribers. Infrastructure as a service refers to the online services that abstract the users from the detailed infrastructure like physical computing resources, location, data, partitioning, scaling, security, backup, and etc. In the PaaS models, cloud providers deliver a computing platform typically including an operating system, programming languages, execution environments, databases, and web servers. Application developers can develop and run their software solutions on cloud platforms without the cost and complexity of buying and managing the underlying hardware and software layers. In the SaaS model, cloud providers install and operate application software in the cloud, and cloud users access the software from the cloud client. Cloud users do not manage the cloud infrastructure and platform where the application is run. Well, you're probably asking yourself, how do I benefit from this? Well, I, the most humble and amazing narrator, shall be telling you. First, you reduce your costs by lowering computer hardware costs and reduce software costs. Next, you improve productivity and performance by having instant software updates, universal document access, improved document format compatibility, and easier group collaboration. You also get to avoid the pesky hardware setup and maintenance, which we all know can be a pain in the... Anyways, next topic. Increased data storage and reliability. You have unlimited data storage, automatic data backup, and disaster recovery. Now, I'm sure you're all saying, "Gee willikers, Mr. Narrator, that's great and swell, but how do I protect myself from this?" Well, it's pretty simple. We have a lot of identity management tools, really great tools for privacy, as well as we can only limit certain accesses. Also, we have password protection and password encryption. Alright folks, grab your nearest exit buddy and look for the nearest exit. You in the third row jumping out the window is never a good idea. I don't recommend it. But how does our security fail us? Well, we have bad passwords, lazy encryptions, Many people aren't informed about the security measures that are already in place. And finally, we are always downloading. Anytime you access a site on our big interweb full of puppies and cute baby photos, you're always downloading information. And what happens when someone does break through our security? Well, they could change our information, steal our information, and with that information they could scare us, blackmail us. Really, the possibilities are endless. Now, to fight all the scary things of the world, how do we protect ourselves, as well as the people around us? First, we need to increase our awareness of our security threats. Next, we need to increase our knowledge, as well as increase measures to protect ourselves. Next, we need to teach others, evolve with the technologies, and then finally, we just need to use better encryptions in the end. So, you're probably asking yourself, amazing and wonderful narrator, where's this all going? What's the future of cloud computing? Well, with an increase of positive growth, cloud computing is expected to quadruple in years to come. That's 4 times for you not really great at math. Cloud computing is successfully changing the business sector. Most of today's larger companies have converted to cloud computing. And within the next 5 years, most of our business enterprises will have moved their services to the cloud. Cloud computing benefits are flexible in critiquing services to fit users' needs, like with disaster recovery, automatic software updates, pay-as-you-go functions, increased collaboration, document control, security, and independent location. In addition to the flexibility of cloud computing, it also enhances the functionality users can use to utilize applications quicker and cheaper. The next amazing benefit of cloud computing will be our ability to process and storage data much faster and much safer. Well, myself, as well as everyone else, likes to make money. And if you're really looking for a career path, cloud computing is a wonderful one to go into. It's actually growing at 7 times the rate. Cloud computing will be magnifying the served of any business sector. Just look at the growth we can have. Today's leading industries are utilizing cloud computing in businesses, homes, emails, and on social networks, but many other platforms are still being developed for it. I, like many of you, hate being stuck in traffic. Well, there may be a couple people out there that like traffic. I'm not talking to them. But with the continuous technological advancements in the field of AI, artificial intelligence, specifically in the automotive industry, we get to see hands-free driving on a whole new level. The automotive industry is experiencing substantial changes. Cloud computing is changing how they operate data recordings, process it, and store it as well. Cloud computing is also assisting the car industry in better engineered vehicles. With cloud computing, it will allow for more computed elements in vehicles. Well, many of you, I'm sure, are super excited about all these futuristic technologies that we've put into our cars, and cloud computing can assist with many of them. We actually have many cool and great vehicles that are up and coming in the next couple years. Here, check them out. The first image that comes to my mind when I think of where cloud computing could take the automotive industry, for most of you that don't recognize this vehicle, it is Doc Brown's DeLorean from Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3. But more specifically, the second one. It may be an outlandish idea, but with cloud computing, we may just have flying vehicles. Okay, just like the DeLorean, I'm really looking forward to having cars like the Jetsons. Just think about... Okay, so in the more foreseeable future, software as a service is expecting cloud computing to account for 60% of cloud computing spending by 2020. Also in 2020, cloud computing is to rise to more than 14 zettabytes, which is 10 to the 21st bytes. Who isn't excited for that?